it's Paige, and today's video is going to be a chit chat, get ready with me. I asked you guys over on Instagram to ask me questions and give me topics to talk about in today's video, so I will be referencing my phone for that. But anyway, if you guys are new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy, and let's go ahead and get started. So the first product that I'm going in with is primer. This one is from Milani. This is their Bright Side Illuminating Primer. It has vitamin C, Pro-Vitamin B5. I actually haven't ever used this product before. Here is what it looks like. It has a little bit of a tan tint to it, but I have a feeling this is probably going to be really sheer and not actually give any coverage or anything. But I haven't actually tried this one. I've tried a couple of the other primers from Milani and I really like them. I love the hydrating one. I also enjoy the I forgot what the other one that I have is. The two, there's like 5 of them, so I get kind of confused. But the 2 that I've tried, I really enjoy. So I'm just gonna dive right into the questions. So the first question is, planning on staying in your apartment for a while or looking to upgrade soon? So I actually have mentioned and kind of hinted at Jarvis and I purchasing a home, which was the plan for a very long time. But in case you didn't know, some things came up recently, and we actually decided to renew our lease for a little while until next year, and we don't know what our plan is after that, but we definitely want to give ourselves some time to kind of readjust to life. My boyfriend actually had emergency abdominal surgery. He ended up with appendicitis, which was a very traumatic experience because it wasn't just like your typical case of appendicitis, which any case is horrible, but this was a very severe case. He had a ruptured appendix and it had been ruptured for quite some time, and yeah, so he went into surgery. And then I was waiting for him to get out of surgery, and it was taking a lot longer than they, you know, kind of estimated. So I was like concerned. And finally the surgeon came out and said basically it was way worse than they expected. And I'm not going to get into too much detail because, you know, we're keeping things positive, but he did mention that it was one of the worst, if not the worst case of appendicitis he had ever seen, and that Jarvis is a very lucky guy. So he's okay now. He is still recovering. He actually just went back to work. He works from home, but the surgeon cleared him to, you know, do his regular daily work without any restrictions or anything like that, which is great. So he's been transitioning back into a regular daily life. So our lease actually would have ended yesterday. I'm filming this on the 8th. Our lease would have ended yesterday. So we had to make the decision to renew, and we decided to do, you know, not a full year, but almost a full year minimum, and then we'll kind of work things out from there. By the way, I'm using the Sephora Best Skin Ever foundation. This is literally the best ever. It's a medium coverage, very natural finish, and I love the shade match. I wear shade 17.5N, and this is my favorite at the moment. I used to be full coverage obsessed, but now I'm loving the medium coverage. So anyway, Jarvis is doing well. Each day gets better and better. I'm sure it'll be probably a few months before he's fully back to normal because he did have major abdominal surgery. But I see improvements every single day, which makes me very happy. So I was absent on YouTube for a while, and our plans just got very shifted. So we will be here for at least another 8 months or so. And it was so crazy because prior to all this happening, like a week prior to this happening, Jarvis and I had been on a serious house hunt. We actually we put offers in on several different houses and got outbid every single time. And we were offering over asking price on 4 different houses, and it wasn't working out. The market is just horrible for buyers right now in Florida. But honestly, it's kind of like you know, blessing in disguise kind of thing, because I could not imagine the stress had one of those actually gone through, and like worrying about trying to move and like pack and get everything together for like owning a home. I don't know, that just would have been a lot. So it's kind of good that that didn't end up happening, because it just would have made everything so much more stressful. So yeah. There's my update on that. The next question that I see here is, did you get the new Jaclyn launch? And I actually did end up purchasing the entire collection on the Jaclyn Hill website. By the way, I will have all the products that I'm using linked down below in case I forget to mention them, but the concealer that I used was the CoverGirl True Blend Undercover Concealer. This is like my favorite concealer right now. So good. And now I'm going in with the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder in the shade 004 Sandstorm. So yes, I did end up purchasing the entire collection. I bought every single shade, which I wasn't initially gonna do because obviously I can't wear every single shade, but I really wanted to film like an in-depth informative review for you guys. So I figured being able to do swatches and like comparing different shades and things like that would be helpful. So I did buy the entire collection. I actually did not receive it as PR though. I got several questions regarding that. I'm not really sure why, but like, no, I have no problem with that. Totally fine. I did receive her last two launches, the bronzer blush duos, the highlighters, and the lip products. So I'm grateful for even getting those, but I did not receive the new Prep and Glow, Prep and Set collection. I forgot what it's called, as PR, which is why I purchased it. So yeah, I just wanted to address that as well. I checked my tracking. It said it should be here Monday. If it gets here Monday, I'll post a video Monday. But I feel like usually things get kind of delayed, so you'll probably see that video early next week. The next question is, would you ever get a pet? And I most definitely would get a pet, but I mean, I would get one right now. I would get multiple right now if there was no, you know, I don't know. There's a lot of responsibility when it comes to pets, and we do live in an apartment. We live in a 3-bedroom apartment, which is pretty decent sized, but I definitely want to have a nice space for a pet. Specifically, when I say pet, I mean dog. That's the like main pet I think I would ever get. Cats are cute and all, but like they just kind of freak me out. I have like not like a phobia, but like kind of like a fear of cats. So I don't know if I'll ever get one. I've had them as like a kid and I just never have had the best experiences, so not sure about that. But I would get one now, but I really, we decided that we would wait. I'm gonna go in with this Milani bronzer. This is the Dulce Baked bronzer. But we decided that we were gonna wait till we got a house, and we were thinking that we were gonna be getting a house sometime soon, at least sometime this year, which, like I mentioned earlier, is not gonna happen. So I think we will wait until we get a house, just so that, you know, our dog or dogs have plenty of space to, you know, kind of just live and not have to worry about restrictions or making noise and things like that. Our apartment complex actually has breed restrictions, which breaks my heart. So I mean, I was looking at the list when we were re-signing our lease, because I just noticed it, so I was like reading through the lease again, and they have like almost every single dog breed on there. So I don't know like what kind of dog you're allowed to have here. But so yeah, that is something that definitely I'm not happy with. So yeah, we're gonna wait till we get a house, but we definitely will be getting at least one dog. So many people are asking for an update on Jarvis and how he's doing, and really that means so much to me. I really appreciate you guys and how much you care. But he's doing good. really, really good. The main thing now is just his incision, which we've been taking care of really, really well, making sure it stays clean and dry, constantly switching out the like gauze and like wound dressing like multiple times a day, just to make sure that it can heal as best as it can. And then obviously his mobility is not back yet. You know, he can walk fine now, but I still would be like I still would want to be there just to make sure there's no tripping hazards or anything like that. So he's still not back to normal, but he will be. For blush, I'm actually going to go in with this one here from Cosmetics. This is the Alva Fruit Blusher, and it's in the shade Apricot Girl. Such a pretty color. I actually received these as PR, and this is my first time trying out an product. They sent me 6 blushes, and I decided to go in with Apricot Girl just because I love that shade. But we also have Ripe Papaya, which, you know what? I'm gonna stick with Apricot Girl. I was gonna use that one instead. And then we have this one, which is called Sweet Peach, which is actually a cool tone, kind of like mauve blush. So those are their fruit blushes, and then we have their flower blushes, which actually all have a little bit of like shimmer in them. So this one is called Water Lily. Then we have Sweet Tulip and Little Jasmine. These are all so pretty. I love the packaging. Like, it's seriously the cutest thing ever. I freaking love that. I've seen multiple questions here regarding like being a nurse and nursing school and things like that, which, if you didn't know, I actually went to nursing school a few years ago, and I did graduate, but I didn't end up pursuing nursing as a career. I passed my exit exam, and this was like 6 months after I won the Jaclyn Hill contest and my YouTube channel really started taking off. This blush is so pretty. So I had about 6 months of, you know, actually being, you know, earning a decent living off of YouTube. And prior to that contest, I was taking my channel seriously, but I had like around 3,000 subscribers, and it wasn't, you know, any source of steady income by any means, but I loved it so much, and it was something that I have dreamed of doing. And so once I graduated, you know, I already knew I didn't want to be a nurse prior to my channel taking off. I just did not enjoy it. It was not meant for me, but I did want to finish, so I did end up finishing nursing school, which was definitely not something that I regret. I saw quite a few people ask me if I regret going to nursing school. I don't regret it because, you know, I met my best friend Alicia through nursing school, and I definitely learned a lot. You know, I don't think I ever will do anything with my nursing degree in any sort of like a career. But, you know, it is nice to have like just some common knowledge of like stuff that I learned in nursing school, so I don't regret it for that reason. And also, I just think that things happen for a reason, and there's no point in regretting things because it's not like I can go back and change it anyway. So I definitely don't regret going to nursing school, but I don't ever plan on doing anything with my nursing degree. If YouTube doesn't work out, I will figure something else out because that was definitely not my calling. But, you know, I wouldn't have known that it wasn't my calling if I didn't try. So, you know, I have mad respect for all of the nurses and healthcare workers out there, but that life was just not meant for me. But thank you all so much, seriously, to every single person who, you know, that is their calling, and they do, you know, make those sacrifices for, wow, you know, the better for everybody else. By the way, this is the Charlotte Tilbury Brow Cheat Micro Precision Brow Pencil in the shade Medium Brown. Second time using this. The first time I used it was when I was trying to film a video, and then it flopped, and normally I I stick to videos that flop, just so you guys can see the flops and the mistakes and, like, you know, when products perform poorly. But this one was just so bad, like I could not stick to it. So I posted about it on Instagram. If you guys aren't following me on Instagram, you totally should. My username is Miss Paige Koren, like M-I-S-S, Paige Koren. I'll have it linked down below. But basically, my foundation just like whoop, disappeared off my face. I will mention the combination of products that I used. I mentioned this on my stories because I think that this was the problem, because I had two different primers on. I had a normal one that I've used several times, and then I had this new one on half of my face. This is the Revolution Pore Perfecting Primer, and the foundation performed the exact same way on both sides, so I don't think it was a primer thing. I used a moisturizing primer on one side, and then this like pore perfecting one on the other, and the same exact thing happened to both, so I don't think it was the primer. I think it was the foundation. It looked so cakey, like it was horrible. It's definitely full coverage though. So yeah, I used that. The concealer that I used was the Morphe 2 Hide and Peak concealer, which was not a smart decision because this is like a very, 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 very sheer concealer, and that foundation is like a very, very, very full coverage foundation. And for powder, I tried out the new Tatcha Silk powder, and I was applying my powder when I noticed the tragedy on my face, and I was doing, you know, stippling motions. I'll try to insert a picture or footage if I still have the footage of what it looks like up close, because it was a train wreck. So I'm gonna continue to play with those products and see if I can like truly decide like what it was that went wrong. And then I'll definitely keep you guys updated. But yeah, I just wanted to throw that in there as well. For eyeshadow, I'm going in with my favorite eyeshadow palette. This is the Nudie number 2 from L'Oreal Los Angeles. This is such an amazing palette, and every time I wear this and I don't mention it, I get so many questions asking what I have on my eyes. So I'm gonna be using this today and just kind of doing like a look that I always do, but you know, it's like one of my go-tos. So first off, I'm gonna go in with the shade Blushing, which is this matte pink shade. It has like sparkles in it. I find that the sparkles do show up, but they don't like really stay in place. Also, I'm not really gonna prime my eyes. I'm just gonna kind of blend out the concealer that's left over on my eyelids. I cannot tell you how many people ask me, when is the wedding? Are there plans for an engagement soon? Basically that. Probably half the comments were that. And I can tell you it's not gonna happen anytime soon. It's definitely something that, you know, we've definitely like talked about it and it's been mentioned, but right now that's definitely not a priority for us, so not anytime soon. But when it does happen, I will, you know, obviously let you guys know. But yeah, no plans anytime soon, but definitely hopefully in the future. So basically I just run that shade all throughout the crease. I usually use like a blending brush, but I don't actually have a clean one right now. So I'm using the E2 from Blinged Brushes. This is like sort of like a fluffy shader brush, so we're just winging it, but you know, anything works. These shadows are really blendable, so I find that I can get away with using something like this instead of a blending brush. Now I'm just going to kind of mix the shade Blushing and Low Cut together and stamp this on my outer corners. By the way, I did want to bring something up. So I wanted to know what your guys' thoughts were on me doing like more vlog style content and kind of incorporating that a little bit more on my channel. I know I do it a lot during like December, which is Vlogmas, and I post a video every single day of December up until Christmas. But I just wanted to know, like, you know, would you guys be interested in seeing more like lifestyle content, vlogs, you know, not necessarily like specifically makeup related content, because I know that I've definitely been enjoying a lot of that content recently, like watching it. So I just kind of wanted to see how you guys felt about that. Obviously, I'm still going to have a very makeup and beauty heavy or forward channel, you know, but I just wanted to get your, you know, thoughts and opinions. So I'd really appreciate it if you guys would let me know in the comments. Now I'm just going to take a clean brush and kind of blend out the edges just to make sure we don't have any harsh lines. And then what I usually do is go in with this shade here, which is like my favorite shade in the entire palette. It's called Cheeky, and I just take it on my finger and then I apply this all over the lid. I just kind of like stamp it in place, and then I do little like patting motions to kind of blend it out. But oh my goodness, you guys, this shade is everything. And I feel like this is the reason that I get so many questions on what I'm wearing on my eyes, is this shade. It's just like so, like, wow. And it's so pretty. So yeah, I don't think that this palette is actually in stock right now, but I know that she mentioned doing a restock. I think she said June. I could be making that up, but I highly recommend picking up this palette when it does restock, because it's freaking amazing. The only thing that it's missing, in my opinion, is a really nice like highlighter shade, like super light. Like this gold could be like an inner corner highlight situation, but like it's just not my preference. I prefer like a super bright highlighter for my inner corner. So it's fine because I'll go in with my face highlighter usually anyway, but that's just one thing that I wish was in that palette. Other than that, it's perfect. Speaking of highlighter, I'm gonna go in with the OFRA Milk and Cookies highlighter. You guys can use code PAIGE for 20% off. I love this highlighter so much. It is so pretty and it smells so good. It's like cookie scented. So it's actually a split pan. Like there's two different colors here, but I just like to take this brush, which is the E22, and I just kind of swirl like in the middle of them like that. And this is the perfect little size to get right in your inner corner and just kind of, you know, press that highlighter in there. And this is like my favorite use for this brush. That's actually like the only my only way that I use this brush, because I just love this technique so much. But it's like a detailed blending brush, so if you are using like a bunch of different colors on your eyes and you want to blend it but not like make the shadow like go to your eyebrows, this would be really good for that as well. But I usually don't do like super detailed work, so this is like my favorite. I also will take it and kind of apply a little bit of highlighter to my brow bone as well. And then I'm gonna take that same highlighter, whoops, with my F25, which is my favorite highlighter brush in the entire world. And I'm just going to pop this on my cheekbones. This is such a pretty highlighter, like, oh, it's stunning. And again, I'm just mixing those two shades, but you can use like one or the other, obviously. So you kind of get three highlighters in one, which I think is fabulous. For lips, I'm going in with the MAC lipstick in the shade Blankety. This is like my favorite lipstick. I love this lipstick. It is so good. Like, the color is perfect. I love it. If you love pinky nudes, you're gonna love this shade. I just know it. It's a cream finish. It goes with like literally anything, and I'm obsessed. So for mascara, I'm actually gonna try out a new mascara today. This is the Benefit They're Real Magnet Mascara. So it says powerful lifting and lengthening mascara. So I have used their regular They're Real in the past, but it's been a really long time. So we're gonna try this one out today. Let's go ahead and take a peek at the brush. Okay, so it is a rubber wand. It's like the same width all the way down. looks very spiky. So I don't know if I'm gonna like this or not, but we'll definitely give it a go. Oh my god. This mascara is insane. What the heck? It's like combing through all of my lashes, like separating them out so well. Holy crap, I wonder if it's buildable. I'm speechless. I'm honestly speechless. Look at the length and volume that this mascara gave my lashes. Holy crap. That's insane. I don't think my eyelashes have ever looked so good. Alright you guys, so the look is done. This is sort of like my go-to makeup look with my current favorite products, along with the couple of new ones that I tried today, which for the most part, I truly enjoyed all of them. The primer had a nice little bit of a glow to it, which I can appreciate a glowy primer. The mascara, honestly, I'm amazed by this mascara, and if my lashes stay lifted like this has the possibility of being my new favorite mascara, which I wasn't so sure about when I looked at the brush prior to using it, but holy crap, my lashes look good. And then, did I try anything else new? Oh, the brow products. I tried the brow products one other time, but honestly, I loved them this time as much as I loved them last time. So overall, I think this look is just very easy, very fun, light, fresh, great for literally anything. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. If you did, please don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Like I mentioned, all the products that I used today will be linked in the description box in case you are interested in checking any of them out. I hope you all enjoyed my little chit chat, kind of getting a chance to catch up with you guys. I definitely, you know, had fun talking. That's like what I do for my job, is talk and play with makeup. So, you know, two of my favorite things. So anyway, I love you guys so much. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.